pals. Welcome to Life with Leah the Makeup Mama. I'm Leah. I'm a mama. I'm a professional makeup artist, and I'm a whole lot of other things too. And this is my life. I hope you go back and watch some of our other videos. Specifically, I did a part 1 to this. 4 things that I learned from cancer. This is the second part of that, part 2. And to be honest, in some ways this part is harder. 1.5 years post-cancer. 4 things that I learned the hard way. I feel like in the last video I was really honest and I shared a lot of things, but I also gave you a really nice sunny disposition, and it's not completely real. And I hate that the internet feels so like everything's perfect all the time. And I just don't like that, like life feels like that. Because then you always compare yourself and you never measure up, and it's the whole thing. Basic unicorn life is not about that, so I can't be that way either. This video is a lot harder for me, and I've already like fallen apart in the middle of even talking about it. Fell apart even just saying, should I put this out there? But I'm going to. I'm doing it. Number 1, don't develop bad habits just because you can. There's a lot of really good and healthy ways to cope with things, but even some of those things can become a problem, a bad coping mechanism, or even turn into an addiction. It's very easy to say, I'm in the middle of this, I'm going through a hard thing, it's okay, you know? Giving yourself that wide berth to fall apart can eventually turn into a habit and reward system. Now, that can be binge watching, shopping, that can be not even noticing little signs of eating disorder or disordered thoughts and urges about self-harm. That can be urges to medicate with things like alcohol or turning to addiction in that way, or after surgery to continue opioid or pain medication, or to even turn to drugs. I just want to tell you, be careful in the middle of this trauma. It's going to be really easy for you and for others in your life to let you develop bad habits. It's just really hard to talk about because I don't want to like be too vague, and I don't want to be too on the nose because it's such a wide thing that I'm talking about, and it can affect you from something as little as like at night I can't turn my brain off, and so I just keep working, or I shop and I shop and I shop, or I medicate, or I drink, or you know what I mean? Do you guys get that? Do you understand? But in trauma, please have that support system, and even just watch yourself, because you can develop these bad habits just because you kind of get a free pass in the middle of trauma. I love you wherever you are in that, whether you're not in that, whether you don't understand it, or whether you're smack in the middle. I love you. I've been somewhere in that. I just want to be real with you. Number 2. Don't try to speed through your recovery. Everyone's different. Everybody's body and emotions and reactions and support systems, everybody's situation is even different. And some people have cancer, or they have surgery, or they have a car wreck, or they have whatever, and they get right back up and they just keep going. And some people even need to do that emotionally. And like I can't judge whether that's good or bad. I can just like observe and say some people, it seems like they need to do that. And I think that I thought that I needed to do that. You may not be one of those people. I wasn't, and I tried to be. I heard all of these stories about people having cancer and staying like out of work for a couple days and then going back like nothing happened, like they're just fine, back at it. I tried to do that, and then I ended up just crashing and burning. And then I got sick for a really long time when I did get back at it, because my immune system just, wasn't there. Even still, I feel like I have to keep rechecking and rebalancing, and I know it's annoying, but I'm having to kind of work harder than ever to make sure that I'm keeping like a healthy balance to live this beautiful life that I want to be here for and live. My number 3 point is that I needed to decide to live. When you are 30, you're sitting with your mom, goofing off, and a stern old man that you cannot get to smile. Like, what? I still haven't gotten that guy to like crack a joke. I was like out of anesthesia trying to get my cancer doctor to smile, and he wouldn't. But when you're 30 years old and you're sitting in the doctor's office and they just say cancer, my sweet little Southern Baptist mama sat in the parking lot and heard her daughter say her first curse word to her mother. I love Jesus a whole lot, but I curse a little. And it was appropriate. I don't think anybody's mad at me for that. I needed to decide to live. So, not only for me and in my personal life did cancer and a cancer diagnosis mean loss and losing someone that you loved, it also meant that the people that I did know that were still alive were somehow wrecked from that diagnosis. It's so heavy. It's such a heavy, hard thing. And I think it's not fair, and it's disrespectful when we just zoom through it and sunshine it away. It's a devastating, cruel, cruel disease. I had to decide to live. And something about this diagnosis brought out this little bit fierce, like, dadgummit, I want to live. Even when things are hard, I still need to fight. And I still need to decide to live for me. Living means doing things I'm afraid of. Living means dealing with my junk. It means living out loud. I feel like I came to terms with the fact that I might die someday. So why am I afraid to live today? I've lived my whole life. I've said this and I'll say it over and over and over. I've lived my whole life in anxiety and fear that I wasn't good enough. Whether I have 5 years or 85 years, I just don't want to regret anything. Not in like a YOLO, irresponsible way, but in a responsible, I want to make a mark on the world, even if it's just my world. And not just accidentally. Number 4. This is the hardest lesson of all. I don't know anything at all. I don't know anything at all because I'm fine. I'm fine. So far as I know. But then I see another friend having to get rescanned and an aunt having to go back for another visit, and a sweet friend's daughter fighting the fight against cancer. And my sweet Big C, he has a congenital heart defect and will be facing another surgery soon, and I don't know anything. I'm fine. So I realized the hard way that I'm so lucky to be fine. I'm so lucky to be fine. And I'm grateful, and I'm going to make every day somehow count a little bit. Joy warrior and hope dealer and beauty slinger, and it's bigger than making a face pretty and all of those ridiculous things that I hashtag and basic unicorn. That's what all of this is about. I am here and I'm grateful and I'm not going to take it for granted. Honestly, I don't know if I have 5 years or 85, but I'm going to make the best of what I have left. There's something beautiful every day. The way that my babies smile at me in the morning, the way that my mountains glisten, the way that the Ingalls parking lot looks, I don't know. The way that golds can bring out such a glow to the skin when you put it on the right way. There's something beautiful every day. I don't know anything, but I do know that. I love you all a lot. So, yeah, I don't know how to end it. Oh! Hey, pals! Hey! Oh! You should subscribe to the Basic Unicorn family. Yeah, let's do that.
Say, and watch our
trailer, watch my other videos,